Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm a little late. My internet is being really slow right now, which is very irritating. I'm just going to make sure that this is all up. Great. Amazing. I'm pulling up the chat. Here we go. Oh, hi, everybody. Oh my God, the chat is already like happening and there's lots of stuff, but just hello. It's so good to talk to you guys. Sorry, I'm like a little scatterbrained. I just got back from a boxing class, and just wrapped production on Passenger List yesterday after 6 days. No, yeah, 6 days of that. We started Wednesday here, and I got back from London last Monday or Tuesday. It's been it's been a month. I mean, there's a reason that this September live stream Q&A is happening in October because September just like vanished. It disappeared completely. But hello, everybody. Oh, Gail, why are people teasing you? It's good to meet you too, Brad, sorta. Welcome, new patrons. We've gotten a lot of new patrons in the past month, which is so exciting. I have this thing Bonjoro now where I can send little videos and people become new patrons. So I hope people are getting those. It's been really fun to do them kind of all over the place because I've been all over the place for the past month. Yeah, I'm glad I'm busy too. It's been really fun. And I think the results of all of this stuff is going to be really, really cool. But it's good to be home. You know, it's good to be back on my couch and in my space and with my whiteboard, which I missed. Yeah, Alma, September happened in like 30 seconds, genuinely. I don't know. This year, I feel like the summer especially just kind of went away. It just is gone. September got swallowed in all the holidays for me. Gail, what holidays were you celebrating in September? I'm trying to think of, there's Labor Day, right? That's September. Oh, school starting. Yes, that's true. I did feel a little bit like I was going to school by going to London, just like on a new adventure, and you have a backpack. Oh, of course, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and Sukkot. I forgot that was all in September. I feel like that was months ago. I swear to God, just this past week has been 2 months long in a great way, but it's like our days for Passenger List have been from about like 8:30 to 6 p.m. Which is like, for being on set, not that bad. Like typically films are like 12 hours you're on set, but it's, you know, Bright Sessions recording tends to be 3 or 4 hours. Like we've done some bigger days, like obviously the musical episode and then the Safe House episodes were like kind of 8 to 10 hour days. But yeah, there's something about doing like 6 days in a row of like just constant recording. We did about 40 pages a day for Passenger List, which was a lot. So my brain is a little bit mushy right now. Did you walk like that in London? Is that your London walk, Lauren? Wait, did I walk like what? How do I walk? Maybe. I don't know. Can you explain what you're doing in London? Yes, let me catch you up on what I've been doing. So obviously we've been doing the bonus episodes for the Bright Sessions every month. Our next one comes out next Monday, and it is written by none other than Eli Barraza herself. She is the writer of Far Meridian. She wrote on Ars Paradoxica. She's also the guest star in it, so she's acting. It's amazing. I haven't gotten the sound edit back from Misha yet, but the dialogue, I did the dialogue edit, and it's so good. It's all of the feels. And it's the first Bright Sessions episode that I was not present for the recording of, which is kind of crazy. Because basically we got delayed in London because of some scheduling stuff, and it ended up working out very, very well. Let me explain what I was doing in London first. Okay, sorry. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. So we've been doing these bonus episodes, and as I've been doing these bonus episodes and also preparing for the spinoff, which is going to come out next year, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit because there have been some exciting moves. I've also been co-producing and co-directing and developing this project for Panoply called Passenger List. It's not an idea that I came up with, but it's John Dryden, who's done like Tumen Bay. He did The Message and Life After for Panoply. He's an amazing writer, amazing audio fiction maker. He hired me on back in the spring to write a couple of scripts, and then I had a lot of opinions and ideas about the story itself and ended up incorporating a lot of those ideas. And then I came on to direct the series with him, and then, kind of do the casting and then develop it and all that kind of stuff. And so we got Kelly Marie Tran as our lead, who's been amazing. She's so wonderful. You might know her from Star Wars. She played Rose Tico in The Last Jedi, and she's in this Facebook show now with Lizzie Olsen called Sorry for Your Loss. And so Kelly is our lead, and she is based in LA, but she's been in London for, one of those things that films in London. That's a big thing. You guys can probably guess what it is. It's the next episode in a series of movies. So she was in London for that. And our second lead, we needed a British guy. And so I suggested Colin Morgan because I love his voice and I've always wanted to work with him. And then we actually got Colin Morgan, which is crazy. And so I got to go over to London to direct Colin and Kelly in this podcast. So we did 2 days with Colin, and then we got a little bit delayed because of some scheduling stuff, which was going to affect our recording here because the bulk of it was recorded in LA. And so we ended up getting a second guest star in London, who I don't know that I can tell you guys about yet. I really, really want to. But the thing about working on this project is because it's not my project exclusively, I don't really know what I'm allowed to spoil and what I'm allowed to talk about. But basically, there's an actress who I've long admired, who's was a big influence on me, who is in London right now doing a show on the West End. And we got her on one of her days off to record actually one of my episodes, the first episode that I wrote, which is episode 4. And it was truly surreal. This person's a legend. It's crazy. So I'm really, really excited about that. So that podcast comes out late November. It's going to be 9 episodes. I believe they're going to be released weekly. Kelly's in every single episode. Colin is in most of the episodes. And then everybody else is a guest star pretty much. It's about Kelly plays a girl who lost her brother on a flight that disappeared over the Atlantic. And it's her investigating the different family members and friends of people on the passenger list to try and kind of figure out exactly what happened to this plane, because there's no wreckage. They don't know if it crashed or if it was brought down or what the deal is. So she is basically an investigator who's interviewing all these people, and then Colin plays her informant. So it's gonna be really, really fun. It's really exciting. It's really emotional. Kelly's just such an incredible actress. It was so fun working with her. We actually have kind of been talking for a couple months now, since early August, because I would go through the scripts with her and make sure that that the character was feeling really fleshed out, and she really helped us flesh out that character, and also make that character very specific to the Vietnamese American experience. And so her parents are played by Vietnamese American actors as well, and there's actually some dialogue that's in Vietnamese. So it's going to be really, really cool and really different and exciting. And some of our other guest stars are amazing, Rob Benedict, who plays God in Supernatural, is actually the other guest star in another one of my episodes. I wrote 3 episodes and then, developed a lot of the others. And Mara Wilson is one of the writers, and she's also in it. You might know her as Matilda in Matilda. So yeah, it's been kind of a surreal, crazy experience. And it's also just in sheer scale, the largest thing I've ever been a part of. There's 30 actors. It's a huge cast. We did it over 2 continents. It's 9 episodes, each are about 30 pages. Mara Wilson is my Jewish bisexual soulmate. Yeah, that's real. Mara is so great, you guys. I've gotten to know her because she's one of the writers, and she helped us read through the scripts and kind of develop it and stuff. And she's so chill. She's so cool. She's such a good actress. So yeah, it's so much about this project has been someone read 17-year-old Lauren's dream journal, and made this happen. So it's been surreal, but it's been really, really great. And we just wrapped on that yesterday. So now it's back into my stuff, but it's been really, really fun to do all of that. And yeah, now it's post production, and I thankfully am not in charge of that. So yeah, that is Passenger List in a nutshell. And I will definitely share more when I can. And yeah, and obviously, you know, post about it when it comes out and stuff like that. I think, yeah, like I'm definitely gonna have like a little listening party. So maybe we can organize like a little Patreon listening party where we listen to it and talk about it and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Anyway, all right, that was like 10 minutes of a non-Bright Sessions related thing. Because I'm working on a lot of non-Bright Sessions related stuff, which is exciting. I've got a couple of other podcast projects in development that I'm super, super excited about. And yeah, we can talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to catch you guys up on what's going on with the spinoff, because there's been some exciting moves. So without saying too much about like the actual deal itself, because it's still in process and I don't want to jinx anything. I'm fairly certain that we have full funding and then some for the spinoff, which is very, very exciting because this means I won't have to do everything myself. So yeah, that's with what we have, with the budget that we have, I'm going to be able to pay all the actors like genuinely SAG rates, I think. I'm going to be able to pay Misha what they actually deserve, given their amazing sound work. And the thing I'm most excited about, because it's going to really help like me level up as a director and a writer and showrunner, is that I'm going to get to hire a couple writers, which I'm so excited about. So one of the writers that I'm going to be working with on this is my friend Caitlin Schneiderin. She is actually the writer of the bonus episode that's coming out next month. I want to say late November. Yeah, late November. It is such a good episode. My friend Sean, who actually also was in Passenger List, we recorded with him a couple days ago. My friend Sean, who's from the same class that I met Brigham and Julia in, and Andrew and everybody, he's going to be playing the guest star, the patient, Victor. Yeah, it's a great, great episode. So once you guys listen to that, that's in November, you'll have a better idea of kind of what Caitlin's writing is going to be like. And she's just seriously awesome. She works on Stranger Things. She's the showrunner assistant over there, and is just such a cool gal. And then I am now talking to another writer right now, who I don't want to say too much about, just because like I don't know exactly if she's fully on board yet. Like we still need to like kind of meet and talk, but I've read her stuff and she's super talented. Another woman, a woman of color, because I really want to get new perspectives in. I really want to make sure that the writer's room is not entirely white. So yeah, that's going to be really, really exciting. And I've already started talking to some actors about the other new roles and things like that. So I'm super, super stoked about all of that. It's going to be awesome. Frost Whisker, yes, this is for the Sam and Dr. Bright spinoff. So basically, and spoilers if anybody hasn't listened to the last episode of the show, but I'm assuming you have. So yeah, so Dr. Bright and Sam go and work for the AM. And so this is a spinoff. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about it. So it's Dr. Bright, Sam, and Agent Green, and they are basically in the process of their months into working at the AM. They're trying to reform stuff, and they realize that they have to deal with all of the tier 5s, which are like the people who've been locked up. That's what, you know, what Mark was put in. They have to figure out exactly what to do with these people, some of whom are violent criminals, some of whom were just put because of the ability that they have. And so it's a little bit of like a moral philosophical argument. Yeah, Agent Green is definitely a major feature of it. He actually opens the whole series, I think, in the first scene. It's going to be very differently formatted. It's going to be more like a kind of traditional like TV show kind of format. It's not going to be found footage. So we're going to get very, very flexible with it. There's going to be There's going to be a little bit of time travel involved, I'm pretty sure, which I'm really, really excited about. We're actually going to get to like time travel with Sam to see some stuff. There's going to be some familiar faces and some new characters. We've got 3 new central characters that I'm super excited about. I already have the playlist for them. And yeah, Camille was in tier 5. So yeah, that's all I want to say about it because I don't want to spoil too much of it. But it's going to be probably about a 6-person core cast and then some stuff around that. And hopefully a 3-person writer's room. I'm hopefully going to hire a director because I'm going to be in it as well, but I don't want to direct it because that's really hard and I don't want to split focus. So I'm hopefully going to hire a director, hire a production assistant. Obviously, Misha will be sound designing the whole thing, but it would be great for them to have some help, you know, like an engineer and somebody to help us kind of with the recording process. And then, of course, Evan to do composing for it. So, yeah, I'm really excited about it. What was dangerous about Camille? Camille was one of those people who was down there because she, could time travel and find stuff out about people. And she also, she broke the actual law a couple of times, which was kind of the excuse that the AM used to lock her up. I don't want to say more than that because I don't know how much we're going to get into it. So the core cast we know already are Bright, Sam, and Green, and the rest of the 6-person core cast are new characters. Yes, yeah, that is accurate. So the 3 other characters, I'll tell you guys. 2 of them, 2 of them are AM employees, and one of them is an atypical. That's misleading. 2 of them are AM employees. One of them is an atypical who's being held by the AM. The AM employees may also be atypical, but I'm not going to tell you for sure if that's the case yet. So to bookmarked pages question, is this all from Patreon funds? No, it is not. So the Patreon funds have been used to pay for the bonus episodes because we've been hiring new writers and because we've been hiring new actors and because everybody's being paid a little bit more because nobody was being paid that much. And I want to make sure that I'm paying everybody fairly. The Patreon funds, basically them being monthly, it's pretty much the Patreon funds are coming in each month and then going out the next month to pay for each bonus episode. Because some episodes, like the Austin episode, there were 2 writers on that. We're having to record at Evan's studio. We're not able to record at my apartment anymore because they're building a condo across the street, and so it's very noisy. Which actually was well timed, the fact that basically we wrapped the series and then they started building that condo in July. And so there's engineering costs and scoring costs. And so, there's lots of different costs associated, and because everybody's gotten a raise, basically, those funds are going straight out. So the spinoff is going to be hosted somewhere else. And without saying too much about it, it is going to be behind a paywall to an extent. However, I am working it out with them to ensure that you guys still have access to it as normal. So this might mean that basically you will have a free subscription to this platform. It might mean that I suspend the Patreon campaign for a little bit, kind of put it on pause if there's sort of an issue there. But rest assured, once the spinoff is launched, you guys will have the access to that. You won't be sort of paying double. So the spinoff is going to be behind a paywall for most of the world, other than you guys, basically. You'll have access to it in one way or another. I'm really trying to work it out with these people. But basically, working out a budget of doing something that's not just 2 people sitting in a room, because this is, I don't want to say more about the way we're recording it because it gives so much away. But basically there's like it takes a turn at some point in the series, and then it gets more ambitious than anything that we've done so far, or that's the hope anyway. And so working out the budget for that is like so much more than we've ever spent on a season of the Bright Sessions. And so I really needed, you know, a good budget, and I was actually able to get that. And so, you know, it's kind of figuring out exactly where to make compromises and where to sort of make sacrifices. And the Bright Sessions, the original series, will always be free and available to everybody in the world forever in perpetuity. But yeah, moving forward, it's like I really, you know, it's like I want to step up my storytelling game. And also, if I want to be an advocate for diversity and for hiring women writers and queer writers and writers of color and actors that fill those you know, criteria as well, and expanding the storytelling, then you know, it's like I want to pay those people. Like I want to be an advocate for employing those people and helping elevate those voices, and that involves money. And so it's figuring out kind of like how to balance the two. But what's amazing is that with this, I get the budget and I still basically have 100% creative control. So it's still going to be as feelsy and gay as ever. So that's amazing. Yeah, Frost Whisker, thank you for bearing with me as I tiptoe through these explanations, because there's some big swing kind of sound things and recording things that I want to do that I can't tell you guys about without spoiling what the bulk of the show is. But I think it's going to be cool. I think it's gonna be really cool. So I know, not just two people sitting in a room. Can you imagine? Yeah, so it's gonna be 16 episodes plus 4 bonus episodes, which are gonna be kind of like a kind of separate side series about a character and a part of the world that we've heard about but don't know a lot about. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. And then, yes, Justin, it's going to be 16 episodes starting in April of 2019. I don't know the release schedule yet in terms of like if it's going to be weekly or bi-weekly or what. But yes, 2019, April, 16 episodes. The bright sides, exactly. Yeah, those 4 bonus episodes are going to be kind of bright sides like stuff, where it's like you don't necessarily need a continuity, but it's like a little like side quest thing. And another thing that's super exciting about all of this, so the 16 episodes are going to be 30 to 40 minutes. The bonus episodes are going to be like 15 to 20 minutes, so more content. This deal that I'm working out, I'm letting you guys in on like a lot of stuff. So, you know, this circle of trust here, because these deals haven't actually been signed yet, but fingers crossed that it all goes smoothly. This also enables us to do our 2020 spinoff. And it opens the door for a 3rd spinoff as well, which I wasn't sure what we were going to do, or like if we were going to be able to do stuff. I have a bunch of different ideas of what that could be like. So all this said, in the next 3 years, you guys are going to be getting, I don't know, you're going to essentially, including bonus episodes, be getting about 60 new episodes of the Bright Sessions. So yeah. So yeah, if you guys have a wish list 3rd spinoff, let me know. The 2020 spinoff is going to be Caleb talked about. I have some ideas for what I would want the 3rd spinoff to be. But yeah, I'm excited about it. So proud to be in the circle of trust. Also, Lauren, you monster, how are you doing so much work all the time? I'm very tired, you guys. As you can tell by my like brain going a million different directions. The Bisexual Adventures of Mark, yes. So the books are kind of, to answer Emma's question, the books are kind of like a separate thing. Can Damien show up to get punched again? Yeah, I would honestly love to do a Mark spinoff. It just depends on, I'm just trying to learn how to figure out how to say this delicately. It just depends on sort of like where he is, because I would love to do things linearly, if that makes sense. So like the books are kind of a weird thing in the sense that they're little snapshots of different characters. So it's like the Caleb and Adam book that comes out next year, next September, I think is the plan. I'm turning in my second draft on Monday. That one is very much like a love story of Caleb and Adam. It's like them getting together. It's kind of retreads some ground that the podcast went through, but dives deeper into both of their perspectives. And we get to see a lot more of Adam. We get to see their first kiss. That's a spoiler that I just spoiled. Yep, but we do get to see that. We get to see their first kiss. And then the second book is Damien 10 years ago. Then the third book is Rose, kind of as she's adjusting to her power. So kind of that takes place like in the third and fourth season of the Bright Sessions. And it's just stuff that we like don't normally hear about, like, or that we didn't hear about in the series that we'll get to read about with Rose. And so those things are kind of like just little like one-off snapshots of these particular characters in particular stages of their lives. With the spin-offs, I would love to do them. Oh yeah, that is a teaser, not a spoiler. Yeah, because you know that they kiss. Like that's not a spoiler. Like we're aware that Caleb and Adam kiss. But yeah, you'll actually get to. Oh, and the powder blue tux that was mentioned makes its first appearance as well in the book, which I think it may be mentioned before. Yeah, so I know that they kiss. Wow, I hope we get to see Adam making the playlist. The playlist definitely do make an appearance. Yeah, there's the Sadie Hawkins dance makes an appearance. Caitlin is a much bigger character, so we get to know her a little bit. And actually, that's been one of my favorite things about writing the book is that Adam and Caitlin actually have like a very sweet relationship, despite the fact that they're kind of these like competitive academics who both have a crush on the same guy. Like they kind of end up friends in a nice way that I like. Anyway, I'm getting off point. So with the spin-offs, this one, you know, the first one picks up about 8 months after the series ends, and then the 2021 actually takes place in 2020. So it's going to be Caleb in junior year of college. That's all I'm going to say about it. And so I would love for the third spinoff to be also like in sort of linear progression. And so if we were to do the bisexual adventures of Mark, it's like, where is he going to be in 2020, 2021? Like, I don't know. Dude is figuring a lot of stuff out right now. Monet and Caleb's sister being atypical in the book. That doesn't come up quite as much, just because it's like it takes place a couple years before we find out about Alice. But I can't say that Alice won't make an appearance elsewhere. So yeah, Frost Whisper, he might be on tour. Is he gonna run into Damien by accident? Who knows? Who knows? That's what fan fiction is for. You guys know how I feel about Damien, and I love him, and I'm really excited to write this book about him at 18. It's like I'm just so excited about it. And as far as Damien post season 4 of the Bright Sessions, that's anybody's guess. I'm gonna keep that open-ended maybe forever as to what happens with Damien. So, you know, right away. That's what fan fiction is for, indeed. Hold on. There are things happening in the chat. The rumor comes out, does Caitlin is atypical? Who knows? By the way, if you don't finish before the AMAs begin, I will stop in the middle because of Taylor Swift's performance taking precedent. Not gonna lie. That is very legit. Are the AMAs starting like soon? I thought they were tonight. Because that's what Brigham is doing today. He's like working the AMAs. So he's there right now. Because he's so cool. I just read a good Damien Mark fic. I'm so glad that those things exist. I can't wait to someday hopefully read them when I'm done with the Bright Sessions, whenever that's going to be. Because, you know, you guys know my policy on fan fiction. I'm so happy it exists. I want people to write it all the time, but I don't let myself or any of my collaborators read it until we're like done with something. So hopefully in, I don't know, 2022, I can just like take a weekend and buy some wine and just read a bunch of fan fiction. That's the dream. Hashtag dark sessions. Oh yeah, wait, actually, hold on. I haven't even gone into my live stream questions spreadsheet. I've literally just been ranting this entire time. I have one fan fiction that is very short and has literally 0 spoilers. That's awesome. I once upon a time, all these dumb kids were happy. Oh man. So that's wish fulfillment fan fiction. If only all those people could be happy. I get your policy makes so much sense, but I'm enjoying them. I'm so happy you guys are enjoying them. And I absolutely want you all to read them because I can't. I'm living vicariously through you. But yeah, Frost, that's a little unrealistic, I think. In 2022, you're gonna go through the whole AO3 tag and have a great time. Exactly. I'll be honest, I do check the AO3 tag every now and then. It's actually been like 5 months, I think, since I've checked it. But I always like just going in to see how many fics there are, and then sometimes I will look at the tags. Fuck, now I want to go and check. Yeah, because I just like seeing what people are doing. I'm gonna look it up right now. AO3, the Bright Sessions. What would we do without AO3? What did we do before AO3? We had fanfiction.net, and it was bad. I mean, it was fine. It was serviceable, but AO3 is so superior. 220 fics. That's amazing. That is awesome. Any good fanfics you read of other audio drama podcasts? Hell yes. I have also read a lot of Wolf 59 fics because I am a Hera Eiffel shipper, and really wanted some of that sweet Eiffel action. I definitely did get to the point though. I mean, this is the weird thing about like knowing people who make things that you're also a fan of. And like most of my fandoms have been like not spoiled, but like, let me explain it this way. Oh, Eiffel is Hilbert and Eiffel? Wait, really? Then what's... Oh, Ifera. Okay, yes. I'm sorry. You're totally right. I messed that up. I have not read any Hilbert and Eiffel, actually. Yeah, Ifera is my jam. Oh my God, GeoCities and Angel Fire. I forgot about that bookmark page. Oh my God. Oh, and LiveJournal, of course. I still like have a couple of bookmarks on my AO3 from LiveJournal because like fics didn't get moved over. And now anytime I go to LiveJournal, like it was bought by like Russia, like some Russian company, or maybe just like the state of Russia. And so now these like weird Russian ads on it. It's very strange. Does AO3 not have a sorting by size? Can't you? I think you can do that in, yeah, oh my God, excluding tags you don't want is the best. Because I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but I'm not an ABO person. It just I just don't get it. But there's like so much of it. Especially in like some of the fandoms I read, it's just like all over the place. And it's like, I don't have to wade through all those fics. Yeah, speaking of Wolf 59, could I ask Zach Plenty if he's doing well? He hasn't posted a Focus as Fuck episode in a while. I hope he's doing well. He is doing well. I actually just spoke to him on the phone like last week. I talked to him the day I got back from London, and he was doing so well. Yeah, so yeah, he's been off social media. He's just been like kind of digging into his own stuff and taking care of himself and thriving. So yeah, don't worry about him. I understand the concern and I know he would appreciate it, but he is doing really, really great. But yeah, this is my point. So I used to read a bunch of Wolf 59 fic when I first got into the show. And then I got to know everybody in Wolf 59 really well. And like now, like Zach and Gabrielle are like some of my closest friends. And it's just like, I remember trying to read in a Farrah after like becoming pretty close with Zach and being like, I don't think I can do this. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's a little, there's something a little weird about reading, even though like when I read fic, like I'm not ever really picturing like the actors, especially for audio drama fic, but even for stuff like, you know, characters are so separate from the actors that like I'm always picturing like a weird, like, I don't know, version in my head of like that person rather than like the actual actor. But I don't know, there is like it can be hard sometimes to like, I don't know, to like go through to like be reading a fic and then you kind of like suddenly picture this person that you know and you're like reading something that's like not something you necessarily would picture them doing in real life. And it gets a little weird. So yeah, I don't really know how to like get around that. Am I excited for Halloween? Yeah, I'm gonna be in Austin actually for the Austin Film Festival the weekend like before Halloween. Then I imagine like most of the Halloween stuff will be happening. So I don't know exactly what I'll do, but Halloween itself, I'm hoping to like, I don't know, eat pumpkin pie and watch Hocus Pocus probably. Maybe have some friends over. Probably something really low key. I'm not a big like party person, but I love spooky stuff. So I'll probably have like a good spooky evening. Never meet people whose work you enjoy because then you can't read fanfic. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And like even sometimes like just seeing people uh like talk about Bright Systems characters like in an explicit context or like, you know, sometimes there are Tumblr posts and it's like I just am like read something without meaning to, or like even just talking about it with the actors, like I'll sort of get like a weird like, I don't know, it's like picturing like your friends or like your siblings having sex or something. Like it's a very weird thing. So yeah, do I have a Farrah Rex? They'd be from like 2 years ago. Like that's literally the last time I read Wolf 359 fic. There were some good ones. I can't imagine that there's that much in the tag, so I would imagine you could find them pretty quickly. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what they were about. They were all pretty short. They were all like 2,000 words. Am I excited for Limetown? I am. I'm so excited for Limetown. For both things. I'm so excited for both the TV show and the second season. It's going to be so awesome, I think. I know I have a friend who's writing on this TV show, and then another friend who actually wrote for the second season of the podcast. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good, I think. I'm really excited. Brad, or you get to be a personal friend of an author you admire, but then their next book comes out and you just don't like it. Oh no! Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Like both in the sense that I hope that my friends who are authors continue to write amazing books, and I hope also that people like my book. Hopefully that won't happen. But there is always that concern. Like I've had 2 friends in the past year come out with books and like definitely like reading them. There's like that little bit of like nervousness of like, oh my God, what if I don't like it? What if I have to like kind of lie to them? And thankfully both books were amazing. So whew, dodge that bullet. What is ABO fanfic? Oh, I can't believe that that this live stream took 40. I'm surprised that actually it did take us 40 minutes to get to ABO. That didn't happen sooner. Okay, how to explain ABO? ABO is alpha, beta, omega dynamics. And actually, I don't know that I can explain it super well. Should I not tell Kristen? Should I let her be ignorant? Yeah, I actually don't know that I could explain it really well. It's kind of from a fandom history perspective. It's kind of interesting because it's like not a thing from a book or a TV show, like something that basically like fandom created out of like the ether. It's just a dynamic thing. It's like a power dynamic thing, I think. Again, like I've never read any ABO fanfic. I just like don't necessarily like, I don't know. It's just not like there's nodding is a thing. I don't know, guys. I don't want to know too much about it. Yeah, Omegaverse. Yeah, is also that's I think what it was called for a while, and now I feel like I see ABO more frequently. Um, yeah, this is what me and my friends talk about all the time. We like just like fandom things and like fandom history and how these things. It is based on misunderstanding of wolf packs. Yeah, basically, it's like it has to do with werewolves. There's a good like fandom wiki article about it because I was curious once about like how it came into being, and I forget exactly which fandom it was that popularized it, but Teen Wolf obviously was like a big thing to get it into the mainstream. But it existed even before that, and it really came out of just like fandom, which is kind of crazy. It didn't come from like a source material. It just was created from fandom itself, which is nuts. Gross power dynamics and talking way too much about people's sense. Yeah, the scent thing is, yeah. You know, but again, like, I don't, like, there is a fanfic thing for everybody, and that's what's amazing about fanfic, and no shame in that. Not my thing, not my jam. I'm gonna stick to a, you know, fake relationship trope. That's one of my favorite. Or like forced bed sharing or enemies to lovers, enemies to friends to lovers, even better. We love it. Yeah, please share. What are your guys' favorite tropes? I'm really curious because mine are definitely like enemies to friends to lovers, fake relationship. Fake relationship is so good. Seen a whole bunch of it in the Spidey Pool tag. Interesting. Yes. Oh my God. To All the Boys I've Loved Before is literally like everything. It's everything. I've watched it 4 or 5 times already. Because yes, mutual pining. Mutual pining is the best. Slow burn. The longer the pine, the better. Exactly. Fake relationships, slow burns. Oh, and then it's the best when it's like they're arguing and somebody just like admits that they love the other person like without meaning to. Best way to break a slow burn. But to All the Boys I've Loved Before, it's literally like all of my favorite tropes in one. It's the best. I love fake dating, enemies to lovers, unrequited pining because I hate myself. No, Alma, I get it. Tadbilb, is that the is that the abbreviation for that? That's amazing. Right now I'm running a slow burn and I just want them to be in a relationship. That's so good though. That slow burn is so good. Oh, fluff. Yep. I mean, that's like, to me, I have a friend who really loves reading angst, and I only will read angst if the tag angst with a happy ending is there, because it's like I get enough angst in my real life and in my like mainstream media. Like I want my fanfic to be wish fulfillment. Like I want it to end happy. There's a couple fics that I've read that have ended really sad that I've enjoyed because they've been well written and they've been interesting. But like for the most part, I like a happy ending. As it becomes a trash person, love sleeping together, but then one of us gets feelings. Oh no, that's a good one. It's not bad to be ignorant about that stuff. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Not everybody, you know, is into fanfic. We should probably move on. This is so unrelated to making podcasts. But yeah, fanfic is amazing. I'm gonna move into this live stream spreadsheet to see. Let's see, where did I put it? So that we can actually get in some of these questions. Yeah, so mostly I wanted to use this as like a catch up because we missed one in September, and so we're gonna do hopefully a couple live streams this month. And yeah, this can just be like a little catch up so you guys now know what's going on. I plan on writing a story that would be 100,000 words, and right now I'm at 50,000. They've interacted like 4 times. That's amazing. I am reading the slow burn fic right now. It's not complete yet. I don't normally read incomplete fics. I normally filter AO3 to complete only because I don't want to live that tortured life. But I somehow ended up reading this fic completely on accident. And it's 10 chapters in. It's incomplete. Literally, it's a Stucky fic. I'm just gonna be honest. It's a Stucky fic, but it's amazing. It's called Astronomy in Reverse. Is that what it's called? But it's basically about Bucky, kind of like post-Winter Soldier, pre-Civil War, raising Peter Parker, who's like lost both Uncle Ben and Aunt May, and is like bouncing from group home to group home. Um, and thanks, Frost. Yeah, I'm predictable. Of course, it's a Stucky fic. Um, and so it's like Bucky being like a dad and raising Peter, and literally end of chapter 10 is the first time Steve appears. And it's like 80,000 words in, and that was the last chapter to have been published like 2 months ago. I'm dying, but it's so good. Let me see if I can find a link to it. There was a question. Can you do a couple live streams that are earlier? I'm starting school on Sunday, and it's, oh my God, 12:45 right now. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I will definitely make a point to start a couple that are earlier, like maybe like 10 or 11 a.m. Yes, so we will definitely do some that are earlier. Yes, it's called Astronomy in Reverse. I'm linking it right now. It is incomplete though, so you know, read at your own risk, you guys. But here it is. Anyway, okay, we've got like 15 minutes left. Yes, the chat definitely enables me to get off topic. So I have a lot of questions in here about like how to make podcasts. And so what I'll do is I might do like a series of shorter live streams that are paired with like written posts about like how to do certain things, just so that people can actually like, so they can be informative, because these are like really fun, you know, informal chats, and I love these, but yeah, I think it'd be good to do some more like informational and actually like helpful and structured things. I hate that you're doing this stream, if it doesn't complete ever, I will scream. Listen, I know, guys, I know. I started reading it, not realizing it was incomplete. I stayed up until like 3 in the morning, got to the end of chapter 10, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because yeah, it's really good. It's really well written. But yeah, it was last updated in August. So definitely am a little nervous, but it's very good. And yes, I'm so excited for Captain Marvel. Oh my God. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I also just finished reading all of Miss Marvel, and it's so good. Mistakes were made. So, you know, make that mistake at your own risk. So yeah, so like looking through the questions that I have, I'm gonna not look at the live chat for a second so that I can like focus. So there's some like equipment questions. So I figure I'll do like kind of a basic recording tutorial, kind of walk you through that kind of stuff. I might do like one with my whiteboard to show exactly how I map seasons, if that would be helpful. And then share some maps, season maps from previous seasons. Yeah, just like talk about format a little bit, audio format versus other mediums, how I think about those things, casting, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, because there's a lot of things in the live stream questions that are more like practical questions. And so I think it'd be good to sort of do different topics. So yeah, I wanted to use this live stream to just talk about like general stuff and to catch up. Hi, Lake, welcome. It's so good to have you here. Checking working right now. I'm determined to get finished before I even post a single chapter. That way I don't leave anyone hanging. That is very good. Can we ask what the fandom is, Frost? I'm really curious. Yes, yeah. So for those of you making an audio drama, if there's like specific questions that you have, it might make sense maybe for me to do just like videos and then post the videos along with, well, no, I mean, if I'm going to do, probably what I'll do is I'll do a written post and then a live stream to talk through the written post, and then people can ask questions during that stream. That might be the best way to do it. But the very specific, oh, Ace Attorney, I've heard of that. Is that an anime? I've only heard of that, not watched it. But yeah, if there's a specific topic that you guys want me to cover, so I figure I'll do one on technical stuff, one on casting and directing maybe, one on writing and like kind of season mapping, and one on just sort of like audio drama structuring in general. That might be helpful. And they'll just be like shorter things. They'll be like maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and hopefully I can make the written stuff a little bit easier. Maybe doing one every like 6 weeks. Oh, video game. Very cool. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm looking for a new New video game. Oh, great. Okay. I'm so glad that makes sense to you guys. So yeah, if there's a specific topic that you want me to cover, definitely let me know. Or if there's a specific question, definitely let me know. Oh, I do not have a 3DS. Technical help. Yeah, and like, to be totally honest, my technical expertise is pretty limited because once Misha came on board, I kind of just like let them take care of it and stopped learning stuff. But I can definitely walk you through like the basics and the things that like I did in the beginning to kind of, you know, make it work. Have you watched Money Heist? No, I don't know that. I've never heard of that. I will, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look up Ace Attorney. That sounds very interesting. So let me see if there are any questions in here that I can answer that are like quick. Okay. So this will be a fun topic to end on, I think, just given the what we've been chatting about in general in this live stream. But so Robert Provost asks, did you ever consider a parallel universe episode? I love those. You could write one into the future series where they didn't take the past they did and the other actors could all make cameos. That would be fun. I agree, Robert. That would be fun. And yes, I have thought about this. Yeah, so I have thought about doing parallel universe stuff because with Sam, you know, she can kind of like travel into different dimensions and things like that. And so she could potentially travel into like a parallel universe and sort of see a parallel world in which like all the same characters exist, but in like different amalgamations and kind of see like different version of her life. And this is definitely something I've talked about with friends before, especially in terms of like the Sam, Mark, Damien dynamic. And there definitely is like a document on my computer somewhere that kind of like plays this out a little bit that maybe someday I will share. I don't think it'll ever actually like be an episode or be a thing that like gets published. But it is an interesting thought experiment. And there's definitely like, it was a fun thought experiment to think about Sam traveling to an alternate dimension where like Sam, Mark, and Damien are a little bit more like Bonnie and Clyde than anything else. And it's, yeah, I'll let you guys extrapolate the rest from there. But in sort of the topic of fanfic, that was something that like I spent a lot of brain space thinking about. Again, don't think I'll ever actually publish it into anything real and canonical. But yes, it's very fun to think about, Robert, and I'm glad that I'm not the only one who spends time thinking about that kind of stuff. Yes, Zach's post on how to start a podcast is amazing. You can actually just go to pod.how. You can just type that into your browser, and it's like, yeah, it's great. So helpful. Kristen, I've started the first Life is Strange game, and for whatever reason, it just didn't fully click with me, but I do want to give it another try. What would I suggest for somebody who's what would you suggest for someone who has an idea and no clue where to start? Good question, Lake. I think the best way to start is to kind of break out the simplest way to do your idea and figure out kind of like what's sort of the important things to focus on in your idea. If it's like a big, you know, massive epic, maybe just like narrow it down into, you know, a couple of characters, figure out kind of like, I think with anything in life, and especially with creative ideas, sometimes, you know, you're looking at a huge block of marble and you're like, okay, I need to sculpt this into something, but the block of marble is so huge and so formless, I don't even know where to begin. And sometimes you kind of just have to chip away at it without actually knowing what the shape is. So if you have just like a vague idea and you don't know exactly what medium it's going to work in, or you know what format it's going to take, or anything like that, just to kind of start experimenting. Get a big whiteboard or get like a piece of paper, a big piece of paper, and just start mapping out like, okay, what would happen if I turn this into a 10-episode audio drama of 30-minute episodes? How would I format that? You might write that out and then realize like, you know what, that particular shape of this marble doesn't actually, you know, do anything. Maybe I need to sort of chip away over here. I don't know if that makes sense as a metaphor, but sometimes you just need to chip away at it without knowing what the shape is. And, you know, that can be like a frustrating process, but some really cool stuff can come out of it as well. Yeah, it is basically like my own TBS fanfic. And I wrote it to a point, and then it got weird. I stopped writing it. But if I've read the Leviathan series, it's called Goliath Bonus Chapter. Oh, interesting. Okay. Cool. 58 is great. I use Sennheiser, the Sennheiser MKE 800s, I think. I'd have to check. But yeah, we'll do a whole tech episode where I'll walk you guys through my home studio and all of that jazz. But yeah, I think in terms of starting, you just kind of have to start sometimes with no idea of where we're gonna go. And I know that sounds unhelpful and counterproductive, but you do just have to like chip away at it. Great, we are down to our last couple of minutes. So if anybody has any sort of final questions, I should get back into book edits because I got that second draft due Monday. But yeah, I'll start working on that series and hopefully get one out by the end of October. And then if you guys have specific topics that you want to see, hit me up in the Discord, send me a Patreon message, tweet at me, email me, whatever. I'm very accessible. If I do end up playing Ace Attorney, I will let you know. Especially recording in an apartment would be a good thing. It's not as scary once you actually do it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can show you guys exactly how I record. It's really not as complicated. It's all pretty simple actually. And you know, I'll talk about how I'm able to sort of have it be that simple because of the nature of the write sessions. But again, I'll also pull out some photos from passenger list recording, which was much more involved, and some video that I took and stuff, so you guys can see that and sort of see the difference and like the different things that it takes depending on what your format is. Please sleep. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Justin. I really appreciate that. Yeah, like let me know how the chipping away goes. And if you ever just want to like talk through idea, hop into that Discord. I'm gonna start a little brainstorming channel. We're gonna have a little brainstorming channel if people want to brainstorm about their ideas. Also, do you know how to clean up audio, because you can make a not very good mic sound good with a lot of hard work, I'm sure. Yeah, that's something that I have less expertise about. I can definitely ask Misha if they'd want to like hop in and do a little like guest Patreon live stream. Oh yeah, Taylor Swift's performance is about to start. Let's all go watch that. But yeah, let's do a brainstorming channel. We can talk about stuff. And everybody can keep chipping away at their ideas. I'm also going to do another post soon about all the different things I have in development, because there's a couple things that I'm doing right now that I think I'm going to get funding from elsewhere, so that we can really do it up. But there's one idea I have for a rom-com that I want to do in a way that I'm not totally sure other people are going to want to fund, that I would love to bring you guys in on. So I'm going to tell you guys about that. So maybe we can brainstorm a little bit about that in the brainstorming channel. But I'm going to go set that up and then do book edits. But you all are so great. And I'm so grateful to you for not only your support, but just your enthusiasm and just getting to geek out with you guys about fanfic and all the things. It's just the best. So thank you so much for being you and for staying strange always. And we will talk so soon. But in the meantime, go watch the AMAs, go to sleep, go walk your dogs, whatever. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.